Morning. Right, it's a very early Sunday morning. Very early. So today we're going to be doing one of our autumn travels today, and we're off to Lowestoft via the train, as promised. So come along, travel with me. Let's check out Lowestoft in the autumn. Right, okay, hopefully you can hear me. So we've made it to Norwich station. It's still fairly early, not quite 9 o'clock yet, so, but at least it's a bit drier in here, which is a lot better. I will be putting up the video from last night, if you're watching it in order of the videos that I do, where we visited the restaurant last night in Norwich. Really nice. Anyway, more on that a bit later. So don't forget, we're off to Lowestoft today. Little few hours around, and we're going to take you around autumn around Lowestoft. But most importantly, the reason why I want to come on the train today, one, because I haven't been on one for a while, and also on top of that, we're going to go over that bridge that I talked about when we was at Reedham. If you've watched all the videos that I do, hopefully you do. Oh yes, it should be a lovely experience. I'm really hoping the rain should kind of pitter at about 10 o'clock, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. But there, right, so we've got a little while yet. We're going to be heading that way. I'll take you with me as we go on the train. We'll see what Greater Anglia is like. I've not been, no lie, not been on a train since 2019. So this will be quite good. Today's trip was a kind of, I think it was off-peak return to Lowestoft from Norwich, and that was £11.90. So not too bad. But yes, let's chill out for a few more minutes and yeah, hopefully see how it goes. So, no barriers open today. Very interesting. Not had that before. Obviously, there we go. 9:04 to Lowestoft. Not been to Lowestoft for a hell of a long time. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait along this platform because I'm a bit of a railway fanatic and we like to just look at trains. Look at these. Oh, I love it, absolutely love it. I'm really not up, I used to be up with trains, but I'm really not up with these new ones, and I've never even been on these new ones. This is going to be an experience, but I just want to show you a little glimpse of Norwich station. Let me just pan that out a bit more. See, last time I come, we used to have locomotives and coaches as proper trains then. Not like these buses on wheels. Anyway, come on. Right, we're getting excited to go on the train. And as we can see, ta-da! I think my boy's now coming in. Look at him. I'll just keep this rolling because we do love to see a train come in. Well, we've got a little while to wait yet. We've got about 15 minutes yet. Here he comes. I wonder, will he go all the way down here? Hopefully he will. Look at that. Oh, just so not been on one of these for so long. Absolutely love it. Anyway, come on. Okay, we'll get on the train. Look at this. All nice and quiet at the moment. I think I'm the first one on. It's just interesting to see the seating plans on these new trains. Well, I say new, they're new to me. I know they're not new perhaps to you guys. But yeah, let's just come on, quickly empty the bins. Still pretty clean, I guess. We're going to come and sit up here. We're going to have a nice little table seat. I want to face this way so I can show you that bridge as we go past Reedham. But yes, nice little journey. but just interesting to see what these look like inside now. Like I said, I've not been on these for a while, but so far all good. Right, okay, I've just gone into this shelter because it's literally pouring down. Just got back from the train there. So we're now going to make our way around Lowestoft. We've got quite a journey we need to do very quickly, and the weather's really not helping. Yeah, again, on another filming day, it's absolutely pouring. But there, anyway, come on, let's see what we can find around an autumn Lowestoft. So, straight out the front of the train station, and this is what we see. Like I said, I've not been to Lowestoft for a long time. We're going to head round that way. We're going to kind of go along the front, do a long turn along the beach there, and then we're going to slowly head back in, and then we're going to end up at the bridge. Now, I'm kind of hoping this rain lets up because it's really going to spoil the video. Oh, it's still absolutely pouring here. Oh dear. Anyway, come on, just giving you a little update why it's me on there and not anything else. We're going to turn the camera around, but come on rain, please stop, please. Now it's these little bits like this that we like to see to bring our history back of Lowestoft and the fishing and the fishing community. The size these anchors are. Just, you talk about anchors and you can't appreciate how big they actually are. But there. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, now I'm afraid I've still got the old hood up because it's still raining. Oh, hurry up, please. Come on. Anyway, a little bit, I don't know Lowestoft that well really, but little bits just here. I believe just there, that is the Bird's Eye factory, because Bird's Eye down here. So, and we're at Hamilton Road, I believe, at the moment. So just if you want to follow me along as we go around this journey of Lowestoft, really hoping this stops raining. But I'll do your clips and little bits as we go. We're heading more down towards kind of Yarmouth way to start with before we hang a left. Anyway, let's carry on and see what else we can find. Right, now we're still walking along. We've come across one of our first churches for the day. We're not good around this one, obviously Sunday service is on today, but I just wanted to point out some of the older part of Lowestoft again, what hasn't been touched too much. If I just pan into this a little bit, and you can see how the street goes up, but how narrow it is, as we saw when we was at Walsingham as well. But just some of the older buildings there. And as I mentioned before, bird's eye, quite a big part of Lowestoft. Now, I do apologise whether I got the one I saw before wrong, and that perhaps wasn't bird's eye, although I thought it was. But again, as you follow this around, and you'll see bird's eye everywhere here. Like I said, it's a big part of history of Lowestoft. But obviously had to show you this. Anyway, we're going to carry on this way and see what else we can find. And again, just like we had at Galston, just to show you a little bit of how the area is geographically set out. As we can see, you've got the lower land next to the sea, businesses, and then you have the housing next level up, higher up. And again, how they've done that, as you can see behind these units, very similar to how Galston is set out. Right, okay, we're going to go and try and head a bit nearer to the sea now. Now, I've just been checking some of these houses out along the front here, just for historical purposes. They had a date plaque on one of them, just to let you know, and that was 1880. So just to show you how old some of the housing is here. Anyway, we're going to head around this way. I'll turn the camera around in a quick second. Again, never been on this path, so all new to me as well. And let's see if we can have a walk along the front and we'll take a look at the sea. Right, so I'll just kind of pan this out fully. As we can see, plenty of bins. And I'm hoping this path leads us up, obviously the front is along there. And then we can walk that way along the front. That's what I plan to do. Again, for historical items, obviously we've still got a lot of the older buildings here. Some, again, they've obviously tried to repurpose. But a lot that haven't. I have seen lots and lots of derelict places so far since I've been in Lowestoft. We've been here about half an hour. But anyway, let's head over this way. I thought I'd grab this now, just in case I don't see it later on, but obviously Lowestoft Lighthouse. We'll just let that flick around and you can see the light. There you go. That good. Anyway, come on. And as we finally get to the front, you can see it's a bit choppy today. I'm really hoping to get my gimbal out in a moment. It's still raining too much, so just want to show you this. Again, some of the sea defence bits they put down the bottom there, and I guess where bits are broken up slowly. But yeah, definitely a autumn look. Right, so let's get down to this ramp. So we've come to, I believe, the start of North Beach. So we'll just have a little wander down here. I'm not going to go too much further, because what we're going to do, we're going to go up there and then head sort of start to go inland. A lot further up is Pleasurewood Hills. I'm sure people have heard of that. But we'll have a little look on this beach. Like I said, it's a mixture of sand and shingle. But we, unfortunately, it's not the summer now, it's autumn, so we're not going to go too far. As we can see, these boys are just enjoying it. As you can see, it's still raining here. Oh dear, right. Let's have a little venture down. As you can see, it's that sort of very small pea shingle, as I believe we call it. You can no doubt hear it crunching. Still not been able to get my gimbal out yet because it's still so wet. Let's let's kind of have a little look down the front here. Because it's been raining, the sand is really boggy. But we'll just show you a little bit of Lowestoft Beach. Unfortunately, if you do come down here with kids and that, just to let you know, there's unfortunately a lot of, I've noticed doggy doo-doos everywhere, so just be careful. But you can see the protection they've tried to put up, because I'm assuming the sea does get quite rough along this part. We'll just get a little bit nearer. And let's do our little beach scene, our little bit near the shore. There you go. A little bit Lowestoft. Unfortunately, in the autumn. Right, so there you go. That's the old beach for you. And lots of birds. Look at that. Bit of food and they're off. Right, now the rain is kind of nearly done, I think. I really hope so. Yeah, they're definitely hungry. Definitely breakfast time. Right, we're as I said, we're gonna head inland now. Inland, and next we're gonna slowly move through. Gonna do as many photographs as I can because there's a lot of old architecture through here as well that hasn't been touched. And then we're kind of heading over to the church, and then we're gonna move back down through the town. And then there's some bits just the other side, and plus we've got a new bridge to look at as well. So come on, got time to sit about and stand about and walk about. Come on, let's go. Now, walking back as we do, because we're obviously heading up to the old church, I've got to admit some of these houses along here. Look at that. Really lovely. Just admit, I mean, look at this. I've just done a photograph of that one. Really kind of, I'd love to know the history on that one. But look at some of these. I guess they must have been here a little while. Obviously, we've got some modern touches as well, but really nice. And you can imagine waking up in the morning and looking out onto the front here. But I would also imagine situation-wise, location, I bet these are worth a few quid as well. Anyway, come on. Just come across this bridge. Look at that. Really lovely view. Was he heading towards the beach? Anyway, we're going to head this way. But yeah, just come across this. Not sure what this is all about. There is a road going down the beach down the bottom there. Anyway, we're going to head that way. And we're now in this nice little park area. So again, like I said, we're here for the walks. I did have a comment the other day, having a moan, telling me to get a map. Well, it's what Apple Maps is there for. And there is other maps, don't forget. But anyway, we're here for the walks, to have a wander around and discover the place ourselves and find these little gems as we go along. So, but this is quite nice. Nice and tranquil area. Look at that. Anyway, I had to move quickly because there was another guy there wanting to film the bridge as well. Yeah, finally, there's still the odd spots, but it's bearable now. Right, we're going to carry on up because I'm trying to find this church. And I believe my old vicar from Sproston is looking after that now. But anyway, let's carry on. I thought what I would do, just do a little walk through the park. Thought you might like it. If not, you know, just forward on. I thought we'd just do like I said, a few seconds clip while we cut through. But yeah, really nice, tranquil place. Look at him go. Really good to see. Right, so we're just about at the what I call the main church. I'm sure I'll upset some people saying that. So I believe it's St Margaret's at Lowestoft. Oh, cool, this has been a bit of a walk. So, you like the ums, don't you? It's more realistic, isn't it? Anyway, we're yeah, anyway, we're going to head up to the church, do our usual 360 round. Very respectful, because obviously it's a Sunday and there'll be a Sunday service today. So we'll do our kind of 360, have a look around the grounds, and then we'll start our slow walk kind of back towards the train station, because there's some other aspects behind the train station over the other side of the bridge and the bridges that we've got to take a look at. So much to see in Lowestoft, and I will be back because we're not going to capture it all today. We'll do our best. Anyway, let's head up to the church. So there we go, St Margaret's Church. Right, nice entrance there, but we're going to go through here. Have a look. Overgrown around there. Let's take a look this side. Kind of reminds you a bit of an inner city kind of church, but it's quite a big church. So let's take a look around the path. And this looks a bit of a mud track. Now, as we've seen before, the checkering, they've got some of the checkering around the base of this one, but it does look like a lower ground part there. But look at that. Do love that tower and the spire. You can hear the music going on as well. Do not reminds me of the village experience that used to be at Flegborough. You can't beat a Sunday service, can you? Sounds like they're about to kick off. So we'll be respectful as we can. Now look at that for a stained glass window. Really great. Like I said, it's a really big church. Quite a few old headstones here. It's definitely looked like that's been in full use. And a lot kind of tilting. Now we've got some barbed wire up there. Not always a good sign. But quite a few cars, so I'm assuming we have got a good congregation here. This, just thought I'd do some of these aspects of the church. Lovely stained glass windows. Just carry on round. I'm still kind of on this mud track that cuts through. But I just want to show you the full aspect. Mount of graves here. Got them literally one right next to each other. Shows you how full this graveyard is, and it goes back and back out that way. Just head it up here, look at that. Right, now we have got music from the church, so I'm obviously going to have to keep narrating as we go, I'm afraid, because we don't want any copyright strikes. As the sun comes up, we're slowly getting a bit of a sun over here. I thought I'd do the full length of the church there. Literally got stained glass all the way along. Fortunately, we're not going to be able to get in today, obviously, for obvious reasons, because of the service. Let's just cut through here. But again, loads and loads of old graves. I know there is another cemetery they have in Lowestoft, but just had to show you some of this. What we'll do, we will walk around to the front of the church and main door. We have another graveyard over that side. Just wanted to show you this tower. It's quite good now that the sun's now coming up through the clouds. But I do love that spire. That's really good. So from this side, we do have a nice tarmac path. More gravestones this side as well. There does seem to be lots of cameras at this church as well, so I'm not quite sure what that's about. But I do love, it's really quite a lot bigger church than what you think. Yeah, nice pic there. That might be one we might have to capture. But yeah, but clean masonry, that's what we'd like to see. I'll just do our last few glimpses here. Now I do like how they got some of this at the front. To zoom that in a bit for you. Not really good how that's done. There's obviously a few more this side, one up there. And we've got one this other side as well. We just had to show you that. And then we'll just slowly pan out as we go around. Then we'll leave the church in base. Right, so St Margaret's Church, Lowestoft, really nice church. And at some point we will come back and have a look inside. Obviously the service is on at the moment, and my old vicar, old Reverend Simon Stokes, is inside at the moment. I can hear him, I know that voice. Really good guy. Right, okay, we will leave the church and we will now head down, I believe it's Rotterdam Way, because I want to go and look at this new bridge. So we're going to do a slow walk through, down to the new bridge, just so you can follow me. And then once we've seen a new bridge and we've got some snapshots and footage of that, we'll then slowly head back kind of towards the train station, because there's some other bits around there that I want to film. So come on, time's pressing on. Train will be coming in an hour and a half, so let's get going. Right, now one last bit, sorry, before we finish at this church. I've just got to show you this window, although I know we can't get inside. But it looked really good even on the outside. Look at this stained glass. Let me just zoom that in a bit. I bet that looks incredible inside. That is really good. But there, we will get inside one day. Right, so we're now facing the new bridge that they had built. Again, like I said, check out online a bit more information about it. I think this did cost quite a bit. But yeah, as you can see, the levers for it there. I will try, because we're going to go the other side of the river, so I'm going to try and find a better glimpse for you. But yeah, that's the brand new bridge that they had built. It's quite a structure, I have to say. Like I said, we'll see if we can check it out once we go over the other bridge. Right, so as I'm walking down, I just had to show you this house. We don't really like to do private accommodation, but I just had to show you this. That spider's web. That is great. Great Halloween stuff. Anyway, come on, let's carry on down to the train station, because there is another bridge that I just need to cross down there. Right, so we've just come across the other side, and I just needed to show you this. I've just done a photograph. Again, RNLI, but just looks really good. That really stood out from when I come across the bridge. I just had to show you that. We're going to try and just walk up here a little bit. So I want to show you this bridge, but just when I had a good angle of the bridge, is there a ship in and it's right in the middle. So I can't quite see it. We'll just have a walk down here. What I'll do, I'll leave it running. Let's have a look at the water. Obviously you can see the industrial area there. And they obviously load and offload ships. And we'll just move this around a little bit. Again, see all the seaweed has come up on there. What we'll do, we'll walk around to this other side as well, because there's some other buildings I want to capture. Obviously that's the bridge that I just come over. Right, let's carry on walking up here. Because like I said, I just want to try and show you this bridge. So let's just keep going. Nose diving. But yeah, look at that. Good to see. Still the industrial side at Lowestoft. Let's just carry on a bit further. And then what we'll do, we will zoom up to where the ship is. Now I may walk around just the other side and just see if I can get a glimpse of the bridge there. In fact, yeah, I may well do that. Let's just have a look at the ship from here to see what's going on. Again, to just give you the glimpse of the business that goes on at Lowestoft. And obviously the bridge behind you. Right, so just to finish off, we're just going to have a look around, or look over to the South Pier. Again, I don't think I've ever been over here. So, but there is just lots of old historical stuff to see. So we just wanted to show you. So what I'll do, I'll turn the camera around. We'll have a look and see what we can see from here. There's a few different objects I want to cover. And then we will head back to the station. Okay, so I've turned this around. As you can see, a lot of the tell the story hero pictures. But this I wanted to see. Now I don't know a lot of history on this one, this building here, but it just looked nice and maritime-ish. So I had to do that. We'll come over here and we'll have a walk along the front as well. Again, I've never been over this side. I mean, that looks a bit like a winter gardens kind of building. We'll just do a little... That's different. Never seen that before. Free Wi-Fi zone. Not sure how good that is. But look at this. I mean, this building must have some history on it. Have to try and have a look at that. Just how they've got the little balcony bits there as well. Really good. We have a little war memorial there. Now, I'm sure these are pretty good in the summer. Isn't that great? I'm sure in the summer that'll be nice to cool you down. Fish and chips. That doesn't look open today. All the ice cream place. Well, there we go. We are in autumn. Right, let's have a look along the front here. Little statue. I'm not sure what that one is. We'll zoom that up in a moment. Let's just have a look at that. I'll zoom that in for you. Perhaps get a photograph of that while we're here. So we will let's just have a look along this. Can we get that? Actually, now what I'll do, we'll go this way. We'll go this way round. Now, more of the beach up that end. Like I said, there's a lot more to see at Lowestoft, and I will be back. Because we've only covered a kind of a glimpse end here. We'll just do a nice little pan shot for you. Now, I'm not quite certain what these bits are for out here. Unless they're to do with them, are they them World War things? I think I've seen something on telly, but can't quite remember. Not quite sure. We'll leave some people in the comments to let us know. What we'll do, we'll walk around a little bit further. As you can see, this beach don't look too bad here. Again, a mixture of gravel. Try and leave that gull in peace. He's thinking no one's brought any chips yet. Anyway, right, let's have a look a bit further down. Now, as we can see, I'm going to try and lift this up so you can have a look over. You can see a few quid sit there. Obviously, we're at the yacht club now. Look at that. So, if you like a bit of sailing and got some spare coin, there we go. Anyway, come on. Right, okay. We made it back to the station finally, and it's still not raining. It's finally pitted out. So right, okay, let's have a little talk through. So we've had a kind of a full circuit round. So we've gone past Birdseye, we've gone down to the beach to look at the front, and we looked at the North Beach. So I'm trying to remember here because we don't script, don't forget. It's all natural and raw. And then we went straight over to St Margaret's Church, and I could hear my old vicar doing the old sermon. And that was good to see. And then we headed down Rotterdam Road, I believe it is, and along Denmark Road. So you can tell how they've built these coastal, along the coast here, where obviously at one point, them kind of names, they used to do trade. I'm guessing, not a history expert, but going by them names, I guess they've been named in names because they used to do either crossings over to Denmark. Don't forget, we're directly kind of across to Denmark, I believe. I'm sure someone will correct me. And no doubt they used to do trade there as well. But yes, we went and looked at the new bridge, what we could for today, and then we headed over, looked at Safe Pier, and came back to the station. So there you go. There's a kind of, I'm sure once I've done the edit, it's not going to be that quick, but there's a quick glimpse around Lowestoft. Fortunately, do apologise, weather's caught me out yet again, and unfortunately because of my normal work, I only really get weekends to film, so we're kind of stuck. But I hope you enjoyed. We will be back to Lowestoft because there's lots of history bits that I want to capture and see and have a look at. And I hope you'll follow me on this journey with me. Now, to update you, if you're someone who's going to follow the channel, and if you could subscribe, that would be very nice, free of charge. This is our last weekend in the UK. Precisely at this time next week, I'll be up in the air somewhere. I will tell you more later on if you follow the channel. If you can, please. But yeah, this is our last weekend in the UK. So there'll be no more UK bits. I might try and cram one early this week if I can. We normally kind of do something on a Wednesday, but it depends what kind of time I get from work. But if you would like to follow me on this journey, and I hope you do, it would be great. Great for you to follow me. Okay, I'm going to finish off before I waffle too much because I'm already done nearly 3 minutes. Follow me on the journey. Like I said, next weekend we will start the week away out of the UK and we'll do our usual tour of hotels and room reviews and meal reviews and all that kind of thing at a new location we're going to. So follow me on the journey. Anyway, if you don't, have a lovely weekend, what's left of it, and I will see you very soon.